All right, let's do the modeling. So now, there's two real ways to approach it. You can, or if you look right here, the simple mesh you have, you can start with. I'm going to teach you box modeling, okay? So, and that's the way you do it. But there's two ways to really start box modeling. You can actually start with a box, or you can start with a cylinder, okay? In the case of a tree, you can start with a cylinder. That would be 6 to 8 faces, 8 max, 6 mid. All right. Now, in the game industry, as you will know real soon, you're gonna have to work in multiple level of definition, level of details, LODs basically. And LOD rule is that when you're far away from the object, you put his low polygon. All right, so very bulky object. I will show you that. And when you're when you get closer, you get the mid-range object, and when you're really, really close, you get the high poly close-up object. That's how it works. Okay. Now you are going to have to do only low poly object in this class. Okay. If you feel more confident in every project, you are welcome to create the mid poly and the high poly, and I can show you how to do it too. I'll add some videos, but we have enough time. We don't have enough time to really get into all those, and it's not that much difficult. You just had the poly count on it, all right? But the low poly is your base, and that you need to do anyway. So we'll do mid-range poly basically, okay? So mid-range poly will be 6, all right, on that one, right here, okay? Which is not bad. I like to start with boxes, all right, with 4, and like to cut them up. And I think it's a better idea for our exercise, especially for a demo, for the class demo, because you are going to want to basically learn the tools. So I'm going to show you the tools that you need to cut faces, rearrange, and so forth by using 4. Okay, so that's very, very cool. All right, I've switched to the actual professional version of the Virtual Studio, so now we can see the professional version so much cooler to work with. It's like having the tree almost. You can really visualize what you're going to do. Okay. Now at that point, when you use the Pro version, you're gonna have to bring it down a little bit so it crosses in the meat right at the bottom. Okay. So that's you to adjust that as much as you can. Okay. Now let me go back and actually ref that again. Now, let's say I'm an old timer. I start with a box, man. So I'll make a box right here and bring it up a little bit. That's how you start, okay? Now, if you click right here, first thing first, actually, I want to make a special shader. You can make your shading X-ray, and then you could see through, but then even your texture become X-ray, so that's kind of dumb for the whole thing. That doesn't work very well in reality. So I don't like to do that, okay? What I like to do is create a shader for my mesh that will be transparent. So I'm going to right click and say assign new material, and this time I'm going to take Boolean. Okay, if I get to it, sorry. I'm sorry, I apologize. That's still that's the recording stuff. It's playing me tricks. Right here. Alright, and the blend options come here. The only thing you do is you go right here. Another thing I do, I'm going to make it a color that's very visible. So like a blue, a contrast with it, so I can really see it well. Okay, you know what I'm talking about, guys? So now I can see through my object. I can, you know, so my help, and I can still see, go change right here, for example, orthographic. You want to do that, start also orthographic report. Right here. All right, give me some space. Right here. Now we are going to start with the trunk itself, so you're just going to align it orthographically. All right, you're going to always go from orthographic to non-orthographic to see what's going on. So you're going to come in one of the features right here, right click, and you're going to go vertex, and you're going to make a section around it, like that. So you get the front and the back vertices, and you're going to replace those following the tracing right there. It's really easy. Okay. Now that one, same thing right there. Okay. You're going to come in a little bit. So for the texturing after that, it's easier. You don't have any, you know, you'll have no white. You don't really care. Pretty good like that. Okay. Now, if you look at it right here, you can see you're starting to have the start of a trend. Okay. Now it's a little too wide for me, so let me bring it in. You guys, that's why you always have to look to, like, especially if you have only one picture. Okay. So what we could do is that.